not, come on in and let me know if you're around, if you're on the live. I would love it if you would come and join me and say hi, tell me where you're joining me from. And if you're on the replay, I'd love it if you drop me a hashtag replay and let me know what you think of this, if you caught it, and what you think of the cards and the tapping. And while I just wait for this to kick in, there we go. We are most definitely live. I'm a little bit delayed this morning from what I said I was going to be, because I suddenly realised that it would be better to go back to Restream. And as such, I don't know why that event thing's coming up. Yes, so please ignore the comments because it's talking about a free event that has already been and gone. But anyway, if you're here, it is Monday the 9th of March, and it's really, really good to have you here. If you've never been on my channel before, you're not sure what this is all about, my name is Emma Starling, and I'm a master practitioner, trainer and mentor in emotional freedom technique, soul shift, and various other energy work methods that help people to feel better naturally, no matter what's going on around them, and to really take back control over their health, their emotions, their well-being, and their reality, really. And so the first toe dip into what that's all about is this, the Daily Tap. Now, I've been doing this for 10 years for free on social media, and it's a way for me to show you how EFT tapping works, how it feels in the body, and not just in a kind of strapping on an affirmation and saying it even though you don't believe it. We do it by using oracle and tarot and affirmation cards. Now, if you're not interested in cards, just bear with me a second, because these decks are actually really useful to just tune into a message, and more often than not, it's relevant for most of the people who attend. And what I would say is it's a really good way to just tune into a message, and then you, while I'm reading it out, you check how that message resonates for you in your body. Because it will have a message for you either way. Either you resonate with it, or you feel resistant to it, or you think it's a load of pish, whichever. But there is a message in there regardless. And oftentimes the messages hit really hard. They are very powerful. They go deep, and they help a lot of people. And I've had people say to me that in their darkest of times, the Daily Tap was something that has helped them through. And so therefore I consider my job done in that respect. It's also been the case that people have joined the Daily Tap, joined other courses that I've done, boot camps, challenges, you name it, and have gone on to certify as an EFT practitioner with me, because I've been training for over 10 years, people online. So that is just a glimpse of what is available to you. But for now, what I want you to do is just tune into your body. Just place your attention on any areas of discomfort, tightness, tension, clenching, overwhelm, resistance, or anxiety this morning. And I'm just going to tune in and say, what do we need to know today for our greatest and highest good? What's the message today, Monday the 9th of March, or whenever you catch this on the replay? What do we really need to know today as a collective? And let's see. And the thing is, I will also say that the cards often match my outfit. I'm not even kidding with that. So dark blue and stars. So this is about the uncharted sea, and it's number 46. So this isn't just a card reading, right? What I want you to do is pay attention to how you feel as I'm giving you this message, because that will tell you what you need to know, right? This card is about stepping into the unknown without a map. It's about moving beyond your comfort zone, choosing to do things differently, trusting in the ebb and flow of life, being in the dark and letting curiosity lead, and having the faith that all will be well. So the message is this: your comfort zone is sometimes exactly that. It's a safe, familiar harbour you finally come to in yourself. You have a sense that you don't need more than what's available right now, and right where you've landed in life. Now, however, is not one of those times. Like the archetypal hero's journey, the universe is inviting you to step into uncharted waters. Good morning, whoever's there. Come on into the comments and let me know who you are, where you're joining me from. I'd love to say hi. Something is stirring. Adventure is calling. You may want to resist this urge because it will involve leaving your comfort zone, but embarking on this journey is essential for your well-being. Navigating the uncharted aspects of yourself means that you won't have a map because no one else has ever been there. On this journey, you cannot rely on the help you would typically expect from others who have gone before you. This new territory is yours alone to explore. You're invited, therefore, to be a pioneer, a path maker, a magical cartographer who draws your map with your own life force as the ink. This is the day to dive into a novel experience and fully immerse yourself in the new. Now, pay attention to what's coming up in your body as you're hearing this, because it might give you all the feels, it might give you all the nervousness, the fear, and it's normal. You don't know what this sea of possibility has in store for you. So stay curious and refrain from judgment or the need to label. Give yourself the time and freedom to be curious without the limitations and boundaries projected by your memories or expectations. You are in an amazing place right now, and you will never be the same for surveying these waters. So this is a huge time of change anyway, right? In the collective, in everything that's going on. And actually, I'm going to tag some people whilst so I'd love to know, if you've joined me right now, what resonates for you about this? Do you feel like you are in uncharted waters? Let's just have a look and see if we can tag followers. I'm not sure if we can. Anyway, I'll do it afterwards. Do you feel like you're in uncharted waters at the moment? Do you feel like this is unfamiliar territory to you? Do you feel like you're unsure? Now, when this is often the case, right? When we don't have a map, when we don't feel sure, when we're not sure where we're going and what's around the corner, what typically tends to come up is fear, right? Or nervousness or worry, whatever label you want to put on that emotion. It's a version of fear, right? Or maybe even overwhelm. Now, if you're feeling that, tune into where you feel it. The other thing that you might feel is excitement. Now, fear and excitement are the same physiological process in the body. It's just that fear is excitement without the breath. So if you're holding your breath, if you are not breathing deeply and feeling in flow, you won't be able to access the excitement of the new, of the curious. Right. So what we're going to do now is do exactly that. We're going to open up to breathing life into this fear, this worry, this anxiety, and to turn it into excitement about this uncharted sea. Right. So let's have a look at this message. Come on into the comments and let me know where you're joining me from. I would love to know. So think about something that for you is happening that maybe you are unsure of where it's going. You're unsure of what to do. You're unsure what's involved, or there's something uncertain or uncharted about this current situation for you. And just pay attention to your body when you think about that thing. And just follow the sensation. So do you have like butterflies in the tummy? Do you get kind of a constricted chest? Does your jaw lock up? Do your shoulders somehow migrate to up around your ears? It's very, very common. And I'm just going to invite you to tap on the side of the hand whilst you think about whatever's coming up in your body. And we're just going to take a couple of what I call vagal break breaths. In through the nose for 4, out through the mouth for 6 or longer. Bearing in mind, I breathe very slowly, so don't take my breathing as the pace. Do it at your own pace. Okay, so in through the nose for 4, and out through the mouth for 6 or more. In through the nose for 4, and out through the mouth for 6 or more. Now that already starts to turn on the relaxation response in the body, okay? And by the tapping, you're already starting to send calming signals across the skin to the amygdala to say, we're okay, even though we're feeling nervous about this uncharted territory, we're actually safe in this moment. Now, what we're going to do is look around the room to your left while you're tapping, and you can let your eyes go anywhere, floor to ceiling. This is called orienting, okay? So just very, very slowly looking around the room to your left, just letting your eyes notice whatever's in the room with you. Going as far around as is comfortable, and then gently and slowly coming back to the center And as you do, lift your eyes up above eye level. Keep coming round to the middle, just noticing what is in the room in front of you. Might be colours, shapes, objects, light and dark, texture, shadow. And as you go round to the right, you can let your eyes go floor to ceiling again. You might start to yawn at this point. Oh, excuse me, it's really normal. It's your nervous system powering down a gear. Again, just noticing, not judging the ironing pile. I see you. I know what you're thinking because I've got one myself. Just notice, and when you've gone as far around as is comfortable, just gently come back to center. Now, for those of you who are just joining, we are thinking about uncharted waters, uncharted territory or sea, or uncharted experiences, uncharted things happening, right? So things that we're not sure about. So again, placing your attention on that thing that's happening, or that thing that you think is going to happen, or you want to make happen, but you're not sure what that looks like. There will be a feeling in you about that, and that's what we're tackling. So just notice how you feel about the thing that either is happening or is about to happen, that you're not sure how it's going to play out, and just notice the sensations. And just place your attention on those sensations, whether that's butterflies in the tummy, whether that is tension in the jaw or shoulders. And now I want you to place your attention on your feet and the soles of your feet. Get your feet on the floor if you can. If you're laid down, that's fine. Just place your attention on the contact between your body and where you're sat or laid. And take another couple of breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Because all the time we're doing this, we are soothing any stress response that's coming up when you think about this uncharted territory that either you're in or that you think is coming towards you, right? Take another breath. And then we're just going to tap around. So tap where I tap, say what I say, and see how you feel. Even though right now I might be in uncharted sea, I choose to remember that I'm safe enough and that I'm held in this room in this moment. And even though I don't quite know what's coming towards me, and maybe this is the first time for me experiencing this, right here and right now, I choose to remind myself that I'm safe enough. And even though sometimes it's hard to feel excited when there's things happening that I'm not sure about, or when I don't know how to control the outcome or how to get somewhere. And that can show up in my body as fear. I choose to remind myself that I am safe enough, so I can just be present in the moment. You can hear how my voice has dropped already. That happens frequently when you do this. All right, so on the eyebrow, I'm safe enough in this moment. Outside of the eye, safe enough to be present in my body. Under the eye, safe enough to notice any fear that comes up. Under the nose, when I think about this uncharted sea. And start taking some deeper breaths as we go through the last few rounds. And I choose to remind myself, under the collarbones, that fear is excitement without the breath. Under the arm, on the brow line. So I choose to breathe into my fear today. Top of the head. And to be curious and courageous instead. go around one more time on the eyebrow. I know enough already. Outside of the eye. I have the resources, and I don't just mean money, right? Under the eye. And I can choose to be open and curious. Under the nose, as to the next best step for me. On the chin. And as my nervous system calms and regulates. Collarbones. Those answers and next steps become clear. Under the arm. So an uncharted sea doesn't have to be scary. Top of the head, because I get to write this map. Okay, and then just come to a stop. Take a nice deep breath. And then just place your attention on that area of your body that was carrying the fear, the tension, the tightness, the overwhelm about this uncharted sea that you're either facing now or that you think is coming towards you. And just notice if that feels any different. Just notice if that sensation feels easier. Now, what you can do is you can give yourself a score out of 10. So how intense was this nervousness, this fear before we started the tapping? Out of 10, if 10 is the most intense and the worst it could be. And where is that number now? Now, if your number is still the same, or if it's gone up, keep tapping, keep repeating this video, or you could just tap around without words and just breathe into the sensation. If it's coming down, then that means that your nervous system is regulating. It means that your prefrontal cortex, your thinking mind, is re-engaging, and you will be able to get more clarity, make faster, better decisions, be creative, be intuitive, whatever it is you need. And the next steps that are actually within you, that you have all the power and the resources and the wherewithal to recognize, come up to the surface to be seen and noticed and all the rest of it. So this is how we do trauma sensitive somatic EFT. We don't go in at the deep end. We make it so that it really calms your system before we even think about the big stuff. And you will have noticed that a lot of the language in this is very soft. It's, maybe, perhaps, I choose to. It's very, very empowering, because it shouldn't be about making you feel like you're wrong, like you're behind, like you're not doing something properly. And when uncharted seas are upon us or we're about to go into them, it's a scary enough place, right? So I hope that this helped you today. If it did, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. That would make my day, or follow me wherever you're consuming this video. And if it really did speak to you, please help me get it into the hands of somebody else that it might help today. But because it is my mission in this life to get energy work, and particularly my version of EFT and Soul Shift, out into the hands and hearts of 1 million people in my lifetime. If I train 1,000 practitioners and they each impact 1,000 lives, together we've impacted 1 million people, and I'm well on my way to doing that. So I would love to ask your help today. And other than that, I hope that this was good for you, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow between 8 and 8:15 a.m. UK time. Bring a friend, tag people, send this invite to them, because the more you tap, the better you feel, and the better you feel, then the gloves are off, right? Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.